Hey, it is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Homestead Update. Yoda's checking email right now, trying to see if anybody sent their addresses.
Nobody did.
Today. The reason why we're looking for addresses, if you missed it last night, we had 3 people win. Was it 3 people? Mm-hmm. We had 3 people win a deck of WRL cards. Now, if you guys want to see the video, you cannot see it on our channel.
You'll have to go somewhere else.
You'll have to go over to All American Preppers channel because last we checked it was still up over there. We got hit with a community guideline strike today, or a warning.
I thought you said we got a strike.
Well, it's
because they took it down.
They took it down. They took it. If we do it again, we'll get a strike in the next 90 days.
And what was funny, it was a WRL card scenario, not even real life, and it was a Canadian that was answering the question. So how messed up is that?
Before we go on, let's see who's in there. We got, hey, Rosie. I'm seeing you in about almost a little over a week. And then we got the Terminator. Or should I say the
Who do we see? Rosie? Yeah, Rosie.
Right there?
Yeah.
Is it Terminator or is it Troublemaker?
Troublemaker.
Starla's in the house. Skanes Girl. Tambra. Let's see. Carrie's here. Lynn's here. Homestead Twins. How's everybody doing? Yeah. I hope you guys had a good week. Seriously. It's
you got to tell Terminator. So, Terminator. So, we were answering the question as to whether or not you would hide your neighbor, right? If they were going to be forced to take it. Remember, it's the 1:49 mark, the hour and 49 mark in the video. So, you can go over to Little Miss Preppers and look at hers. And you were answering about what you would do, and we got medical misinformation.
I think the card triggered the algorithm, but I think your answers are what got us the
because you were thanking me for what I had taught you, and you doing your own research and learning your own medicinal ways and what's good and what's not, and that's where they got us right there. So that's okay. Lesson learned. Now we know. I've got a new disclaimer. And we'll get ready for next Monday night, and we'll do the disclaimers correctly and make sure that they, can't zap us intentionally.
Oh, and everybody's gonna watch what they say too.
No, I don't think anybody should watch what they say. I think we did just fine. I don't think anything that Lucy said was misinformation. I don't agree with that. Now, there's other things we said that they could have got us on that they would have had every right. That one, they didn't have any right.
Well, that doesn't have to make any sense.
I don't know. I still think we should be ourselves and answer them the way that we feel.
Censoring.
Hey, it wasn't even me. There were other girls that were just like ready to kill. So
censorship does not have to make any sense. I think it gets me.
Tambra, the Vago bed came. We got it. It was sitting. Oddly enough, sometime on our live, it dropped off. Remember when the dogs were going wild? So I went out. I was like, what is that? And there was a big old heavy box. Oh. I had to go get it 10:30 at night.
But yeah, the thing that gets me about it is it's not even. The censorship thing is not even.
Mm-mm. No, because why take ours down and not the other one?
I'm not talking about that.
But I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Hillary Clinton could get on there and talk about Russia, and not get taken off.
You looking for us to get another strike tonight?
Well, no. She talks about she talked about. She said that anybody giving misinformation should go to jail.
Yeah, so she's redeemed herself. You're supposed to forget the past and move forward.
She's unburdened by what has been.
Right, Marxism at its best. Forget the past, move forward.
Let's see. Skane's been drinking, I guess. Been hitting the margarita mix.
Oh, I didn't need you to tell her, Skanes. I know you had offered. I didn't care. I'm sick anyway, so I didn't really care. But she's on here, so I told her. I don't know how long I'll be on with you guys. It just depends. I am better. I'm just not 100%. I'm finally getting food down though. 2 bowls of soup today. Mm-hmm. So that's not bad. But that's the problem. I just feel like I'm dragging. I don't have any energy. So, and it's because I haven't eaten for 5 days.
And the weekend was hard too. We had, if you guys saw the short, Darren filmed some stuff, so you should go over to Hacks for Homesteader at some point when he gets the video up. But we hosted their homestead work weekend, and it was chicken butchering, and we did 27 chickens in about an hour and a half. Hey, Glenn's in the house too.
Hey.
But it was raining.
Glenn, that looks so good. Carrie sent me a picture of that. They're already eating on the logs.
Oh, are they?
They're making sure that taste quality is good.
Hey, quality control. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
QC's all about it.
QC would be better if you'd overnight me one.
But
I'll do the opposite for the other component.
Tamara says she's been sick and she's not even hungry.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you got anything like what I got going on, there's no appetite. Everything tastes funny. Nothing tastes right. It's weird. It's really bizarre. So the tomato sauce is what I can pick up. That's originally what I was looking for, was tomato soup, but I couldn't find any. We might have some in the back pantry.
VR, what's up?
Hey. So I could taste that tomato, and the acid seems to be helping with my throat. So, but yeah, I've never seen so much snot come out of my body before.
Gross.
I mean, it's bad. It is gross. It's really bad.
Terminator tried their homemade sausage with maple whiskey flavored. Yeah, Rosie says you got 8 days to get better.
No, I am on I was worse on Saturday, girl. Way worse. So I'm better today. I can feel it. It's just getting that energy up, and then the headache instead, and that's from not eating. And so I just got to start getting food in my body. Look, I lost 16 pounds in 5 days.
Jonathan asked, fatigue and loss of taste got COVID?
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. But I'm doing my ivermectin tablets. I need to get with Dr. Dan. I need one more strip because it's 2 strip dose, and we only had one strip in there. But I haven't
the stuff that's not authorized.
But I haven't been on that dosage. I've been on the other one. You could just take $10 to our neighbor and go get me one.
But my coworker came down with COVID Wednesday, and I came home and started an ivermectin regime, and I haven't felt sick. Of course, I'll be honest with you. We were talking about it. I'm tired all the time, so fatigue. I can't. Yeah. I couldn't tell anyway. And then
the weird part about this, though, and he'll even tell you, the fatigue did not come on in the beginning as like it usually does.
Right.
I didn't feel like I needed to sleep all the time. I felt fine. It just felt like allergies. Ooh. So now that I'm getting better, now the fatigue is setting in.
Susie's been busy. Gregory came back to the house to the smell of fresh baked bread.
Yummy. That's what I need to get done. I need to get some bread done. I need to get cinnamon rolls done. Apparently I got a 60 ready for Kiri. And then for our collaboration, I need 60 original ready for that. So that's 60. And then...
Looks like John's going to be eating lots of cinnamon rolls.
Who?
John.
No, because those are what we're selling. Those are going with our collaboration.
Lynn's saying you need to drink. Hard alcohol, not beer.
Hard alcohol. I was thinking about a hot toddy today. I'm not going to lie. I was actually thinking about it. I just don't want to do it until right before I'm ready to go to bed. And then
she makes a homemade cough syrup. It's not loaded with all the medicinal stuff. The stuff that'll knock you out. But hers is with whiskey, and it's like an old school recipe.
Whiskey, cayenne, that kind of thing.
Mullein tincture is helping breathing.
Mullein is doing fine, so I'm smoking the mullein, which seems to help. And I want to try different methods. Smoking seems to give me an immediate fix, not having to wait.
Clear up the lungs.
It is, and it's literally. I was on the phone with Skanes. Skanes will even tell you. So I smoked, I don't know, maybe a quarter of
after you
what would
a
be a
cigarette.
No, stop it. That's not true. So stop that. And so like a quarter to a half of the mullein. And so I smoked that. And then within 10 minutes, I was hacking it up. Skanes was a trooper, man. She's on the phone and she's, that sounds great. Get it up. Get it up. So I'm over the sink and just going. I got my cheerleader on the phone with me. I'm like, this is so freaking stupid. I felt like I was in college praying to a porcelain god.
You know, the bad thing about this fall, now, I don't normally get hit with allergies. This fall, though, it was bad around here. I'm out mowing, and as I'm mowing the tall grass, I can just see the pollen coming off of it. And I would brush against trees and stuff, and the pollen would just fall out. It was terrible. So I've had a snotty nose for 3 weeks now. You know?
Yeah, you need to be careful because that's what we thought. This was all allergies.
Yeah, but
then it went south really quick.
I'm doing the preventative stuff, and I'm taking all the stuff that the doctor recommended to fend off that which shall not be named.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Anti, you never did send the information on what size shirt that you wanted.
Are you seriously?
They feel abandoned. They keep trying to lay with me, and I don't want them to lay with me because I need
look at the
space.
camera. Look up there. Look up there.
So
you look like a baby seal.
And poor Freya, I'll be hacking a lung up, and Freya's like, "Can I help you? Can I help you?" She's right all up on my chest. I'm like, "Yes, you can help me by getting off my chest so that I can actually sit."
They've been sleeping with me the past 3 or 4 nights.
They're like, "She's got cooties. We don't want nothing to do with her."
Seriously? Why is she crawling on me?
Because she wants love.
You gotta get down, baby.
Now we're missing comments.
Sorry about that, folks. Hey, get out.
If you can smoke or not. If you don't smoke, Tambra, so it's not potent, it's not pungent or anything like that. You almost can't feel it, but and the smell is very different too. It reminded me of almost like if you were burning sage or something like that. It didn't smell terrible. Like I would totally burn it in the house and then just blow the smoke and breathe it in is what I would do.
See, sage smells like skunk weed, like bad marijuana.
Because you have no taste, that's why.
Just made my first infused honey with Levo seed, vanilla, and cinnamon, and then whipped it. Yoda will love it. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that. Get it. Email it, and we'll get it made for you.
Yeah. It doesn't make you well, if you're congested, it's going to make you cough because it's to get all of that stuff up. If you're not congested and you're just trying to help, breathe a little better and that kind of thing, you're not going to cough. So it's not like when Grandpa was trying to say, here, smoke this and non-filtered Pall Mall, and he was literally trying to get you not to smoke. It's not like that.
Now, just for anybody that
we are not medical doctors. We are not nurses. We are not giving medical advice. Do your own research and understand that this information is for entertainment purposes only.
You sounded just like Nurse Amy.
I mean, you have to. And apparently, I'm going to have to do that during the WROL game as well.
And these are...
And for any of you that are on here that did win a WROL game... Moose Man, if you pop in, Holly Ivans, if you pop in, Bug Out, if you pop in, girls and guys, I need you to email me. I need your addresses so I can get them to JD and get the deck of cards mailed out.
Yeah.
You want to type in our email address because now that our live is not up, they don't have that information. So, but yeah. So yeah, this is the interesting part. But yeah, Tabor, I don't even know if you'd have to roll it as a cigarette. I would just get like a pipe or something like that. Do it that way. That's what I think I'm going to do from now on.
No state may issue license, enter any fee for any right. You may ignore it. Licenses are not...
Huh?
Oh, licenses are legal, not lawful. Glenn's dog was on his lap, too. Must be in the air.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure. We honestly weren't sure if we were going to be able to go live tonight because it was about 4:30, 4:45. It just started coming down in sheets here, and it rained really hard. Filled up the water container half full just in that little time.
5 minutes.
Well, it was closer to 20.
Not here. It just started raining before you got home. Yeah, Leonard, it's not keeping the lawyers away. It's keeping the YouTube away. The fact checkers.
You realize there's not a person. The person did not do that, right?
Well, I don't know. This algorithm, and it went to somewhere. They knew exactly where to shut it off. We knew it was at 1 hour and 49 minutes.
The AI does that, and then whenever you
so I got to start messing with AI.
So whenever you contest it, that's when it may go to a person. They've got AIs that do the reviews,
and that person may okay, yeah, the AI was wrong, so AI would accept it again, or what?
They just turn the video back on. Doesn't happen very often, from what I understand.
I don't understand any of it.
Someone wrote the algorithm. Yes, this is exactly why. What Len said here is exactly why I say every single person needs to get on ChatGPT or one of the other AI platforms and use it and ask it questions and pose moral questions to it, because if conservatives and patriots do not get in there and help the algorithm learn, then it's going to learn from nothing but leftists, and you're going to get black Vikings and black Japanese soldiers from World War II, just like the Google AI did.
Yeah,
the Gemini.
But see what Lucy's saying now? That's exactly what I do not want to happen. Don't keep your comments to yourself, because that's exactly why we're in the mess that we're in now. Because everybody keeps their comments to themselves. Nobody wants to be big kids and talk it out. There was no fighting last night. Nobody got into a fight. We were all able to have a good conversation. There was a couple times I kind of went, whoa, like, a couple of things were taken seriously. But it was like, once reminded, there's no good answer, no bad answer. It's like, we all got back to it. It was all good. And so I don't understand why.
The thing is, though, is you need to understand the arena that you're in.
Ghost, wear my t-shirts, man.
He's working on them.
SRF is in a week. We leave in a week.
You have to understand where you are, and you have to understand what the limitations are. The people that get on YouTube and go, screw YouTube, I don't care if I get kicked off, and they say whatever they want.
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, hold on. And they get kicked off. That makes no sense, because YouTube, for all the censorship and all that stuff, YouTube is still the best platform to reach people.
Yeah, I just don't think Terminator said anything wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think.
In fact, really what she said was very liberalism.
I think the card is what triggered it.
The card, I would say that. The card probably did trigger it.
I think.
Because it was hiding people. Mm-hmm. Would you hide them?
Yeah.
Or make them do what the government tells them to do? Yeah. It could be the card.
Devil Dog, what's up, man? So, yeah, just be, and this isn't just for our lives and stuff. This is anytime you're on YouTube, you're in the chat, or you're making videos. Just be aware of where you are and what you can and cannot say, because you can say things without getting in trouble. I do it all the time. It's just a matter of knowing how to word it. All right.
Yeah. Starla, I'm fine. I just have that virus that they're calling a serious coof, so I'm fine. I'm getting over it. Everything's good.
They should be here Friday.
Good. Awesome. Okay.
One of the two X's is going to be OD green, because one of the two X's that he had that was black, he started printing it and it had a hole in it.
Oh no.
So it was he could order another black one.
Would have taken longer.
And it would have taken longer, or it'd be OD green. I don't think anybody's going to care, but especially it's
I bet
SRF.
the black ones go first, but we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, just so you're aware.
Because I'd be like, what the hell?
But what else went on? Oh, the chicken thing. It rained the entire time. Well, not the entire time, but it was cold. We fired up the fire pit for the first time since we got it. That was super nice.
That's a nice fire pit.
Everybody that was here really enjoyed it. Although we did do a taste test, and that was very
interesting.
Hey, Kentucky Goat Man.
Hey, yeah, get this one, Lucy. Go ahead and tell them we did the Cornish cross
and Bressie.
All
right, and so backstory: when I butchered those chickens, a month ago?
About 6 weeks
there were
ago.
Cornish crosses in there, and I wanted one roasted. So she roasted it
in a roaster,
and it 6-8 hours.
No, longer than that.
Was
I think
it?
it went ahead and did it overnight.
Well, anyway, so the skin on this thing was really thick and rubbery, and the meat was
Wasn't
hard to chew through.
It was just very chewy.
And we thought the reason it was like that was because the chickens were like 22 weeks old. They were way too old. I should have butchered them a long time ago. Things happened that I didn't get it done in time.
Come on.
So anyway, we're doing this taste test this time, and guess how the Cornish cross are? Hard to chew,
Tough to
Tough.
get through.
tough skin.
And totally different. We didn't order them from the same place.
We're not from the same place. These were butchered at 8 to 9 weeks. They sat in the freezer for a little while, but that
Not very long.
that shouldn't have had any questions with it.
And then, and those were raised at the Hacks. Those weren't even raised here.
Right. So we started talking about it, and several other people said that they noticed that with Cornish cross too,
Just this year.
just this year. And we think no definitive proof. This is just a guess.
I'm just wondering what they're crossed with.
Well, I started thinking about it. The Cornish cross you get at the grocery store are fed different than what we feed them here. So if they bred them to be a certain way, and we're not finishing the chickens the same way, and we're not injecting them with all the water like
But
we do at the grocery
my
store.
chickens that I raise usually taste better than the chickens at the grocery store.
Right. And the Cornish cross that we raised 3 or 4 years ago.
The ones
We're
we
not like
raised
that.
last year were not like that.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did butcher
Yeah.
some last year. Cornish cross with crow.
Probably.
So Lucy's going to be doing chickens this week, and she will let us know how hers turn out.
Okay, I'm really interested because it's getting weird. Now we have set our eyes on and tasted 2 different homesteads, Cornish cross, and not happy at all.
But I'll tell you what.
In fact, Ms. Sack's ready to go through everything out of the freezer and make it dog food.
I'll tell you what though. The one thing we did finalize, we knew it before, but just like confirmed it. The Bressies, if you're raising chickens to eat, the Bressies are the ones you want to go with.
Those were good.
They'll get
The ones that were a little overcooked, which was my fault because they were small, so it was hard to keep up with everything. I should have just done them in batches and done them different ways. But no, that was good meat. It was easy to eat.
Well, and they when they mature at butchering time, they're within a half a pound of what a Cornish cross is, and the meat was better. And I'm not saying,
because their meat is marbled. No other bird's meat is marbled.
right.
So that's why. It's the difference between a cow that has marbled meat and a cow that doesn't.
Yeah, Gregory, she had you cooked that one Cornish cross that we roasted. You ended up cooking it for what, 2 days before it got to the point where you could shred it.
Yeah.
And once it was shredded, it didn't taste bad.
That's not what he asked. He just said, I need chicken noodle soup.
No, they will all make chicken noodle soup.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Oh, let's see. Did I miss? So hide that one. Devil Dog says he gets old laying hens and pressure cook them for an hour, and they're super. That's what we might want to try.
It didn't work. I did do one.
In a pressure?
The roasted
Ninja.
one.
You
Didn't like it.
You did it in Ninja. That's right.
You were like, I'll force myself to eat it. I'll get through it.
Anti's laying all kinds of knowledge. For any that don't know, I learned feeding your chickens dandelion heads and shredded carrots darken the yolks and increase the flavor nicely. Oh, that's good to know.
Well, ours free range, so they get all that anyway.
Yeah, they eat basically anything.
Anything they want, they can have. And they've been loving my tomatoes lately. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, and like I said, so this was 2 different kinds of chickens because we had a taste test side by side, and the chickens were not equal. So the Cornish cross definitely stood out and was the same as our Cornish cross. The other chickens I did not. I did some chickens. Some of our hens are roosters that we had that we did that were not meat birds.
Mm-hmm.
Those came out just fine.
Yep.
It was the Cornish cross that were tough and hard to get through.
Gregory says that you do need chicken noodle soup.
Well, I think so too, but right now I'm on tomato. I need tomato.
Lucy noticed that no matter how much feed, it was hard to put weight on our chickens this year. Yeah, we didn't have that problem. Our Cornish cross got big quick. The ones that survived. Oh, it's Grady, and it's Tuesday. Yeah, so that was interesting. What else did we? You made your famous drunken sweet potato salad.
Apparently, it wasn't so famous.
Why?
Patty didn't like it this time. It tasted weird.
Oh,
Chris said it was tasted strange. Nobody else complained. They all liked it.
I liked it.
I think everybody's taste buds were just off, but I liked it. I was fighting, trying to get in the refrigerator because I knew where it was, and I was fighting myself like, "Don't go back there! Don't go back there! You don't want any of that." Now I'm glad I didn't get into it because I'd had everybody sick.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what else. I did more cleaning in the outbuilding.
We actually sat in the outbuilding and had Rusty Zipper Club.
Saturday we had
the wasted day.
The inauguration of the Rusty Zipper Club. It was the grand opening of the Northeast Kansas Rusty Zipper Club. Sat in there for what, 4 hours? The hacks came.
Was it only 4 hours? It felt like it was longer than that.
Yeah, the hacks came down to drop stuff off for setup on Sunday when we were doing the chickens, and we sat in there because I cleared enough room, and we just solved all the world's problems in about 4 hours.
Did we?
Poor Hacks, he was falling asleep. He was out helping a community member.
Yeah, he was helping Callie and Jesse get their watertight, and they were supposed to go over and work on the roof. But at hindsight, that's what Patty and I were talking about. Patty and I should have just stayed here. We could have got stuff done, and you and him should have went over and just helped Jesse get the roof done. And we had it tighten in.
Oh, in Saturday evening?
Saturday afternoon, yeah. That's where they were supposed to be instead of sitting with us.
Yeah, she's getting over the crud.
Yeah.
You know what, Gregory? It was cold. I came inside because I was out there all day long, and I came inside and sat in a hot shower for about 20 minutes to warm up. But we had the fire pit going and had a couple of awnings up, and you know the butchering station was out in the rain, and so was the plucking station. But you're going to get wet doing that stuff anyway. You know. Oh, Starla's got to run. Got paperwork.
All right, later, Starla. KY, are you going to KSL this year again? I've got a class I'm doing Friday. Chuck's doing his class Friday too.
Yep.
So.
Oh. What else went on?
Dude, I can't even remember. There's so much. I'm still looking at my kitchen. There's so much still to do. I got to find energy to get stuff done. I got a lot of cinnamon rolls I got to make.
KY loves this time of season, except when it gets free. Well, you know what? The good thing about it getting cold, we were talking about that this weekend. All the bitey and pokey things die out in the woods, and you can actually get out and cut firewood for the winter. So we tentatively scheduled a work day sometime in November for people to come over here to cut wood, and the hacks are going to do it sometime mid-November to early December.
Nobody's going to want to do that in November, December, especially as cold as it's going to be. KY, no, not this Friday. In Tennessee, I know is a lot farther from you. Tennessee is
4th, 5th,
and 6th, and then you can pull in on the 4th, and then KSL is October 24th is classes, and then 25th and 26th is KSL.
Deer hunting does not start until November here. Well, bow season.
Is that right? No, my classes, we're leaving the 24th. Classes are the 25th, and then 26th, 27th is KSL. So that last weekend in October.
Yeah, I'll do another walk around. Just depends on how busy we are. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, KY, I'm shooting a deer this year. I know I keep saying it.
Yeah, sure. You say that every
I have not shot a deer for going on 3 years now, and it's starting to drive me batty, especially when we got them standing out in the field now.
We'll do some videos from KSL, possibly. I'm not sure about our class. I know that in Tennessee we can have our classes. We did not get our speech from the last one, so I don't know what you want to do about that. We need to get that and post it.
I'll just ask Nicole about it.
And then, but our class, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Shelly and Jason and see if they videotape it. If they do, then they have the rights to that for so long. And then, if they don't, then we can do it and we can get it out. But that will probably end up going over on either Patreon or membership, because that's a full class that I charge $100.
Man.
Yeah, I charge $135.
Buttered sausage. That actually sounds pretty good.
What?
Buttered deer sausage.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I tried to do butter. I like the butter tastes weird to me right now.
Let's see. What's Rosie got to say? Yep. Rosie will be there in spirit, so if you can get weird feeling, it's just me having your back spiritually.
Is that KSL?
Yeah, for Kentucky.
I don't want to feel weird.
That's Rosie snuggling up behind you like in Ghost.
Oh my
Patrick
god.
Swayze. She's Patrick Swayze and you're Demi Lovato.
We'll be packing the cans
Demi
together.
Well, that's a mental image, isn't it?
It's terrible, but it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, you're not going to make it to SRF either?
Oh man.
No.
Well then that'd be weird. Don't get too close to my back because I'm doing medicinal vinegar. Not that I'm a doctor or a nurse. Have any medical intention whatsoever. Make sure that you know it's for entertainment purposes only, and you'll need to do your own
What's wrong with
research.
you today? Huh? Why are you so...
You're in the middle of the line.
Look at the camera. Look at those eyes. Look how crazy she looks. Look at
Come
that.
here, Dolly.
Yeah. Corn Pop wants to be Demi. Corn Pop's a little strange. Hey, stay down.
There you go. There you go, Rosie. If you were there, you've got your Demi. You and Corn Pop.
So we came up with a new project that I got to do, added to the mini. But this one I actually want to get done soon. We're going to build some more storage in the outbuilding. Darren and I were looking that the people that lived here before built this monstrosity of a wood frame in the back of the building on one side. It needs to have a flooring put up above it, but I'm going to extend that across the entire outbuilding. That's going to give me, I was doing the math on that. It's going to give me another 600 to 800 feet worth of floor space once it's done. Oh, Dolly misses skeins.
No, she doesn't. Dolly has been getting in a lot of trouble because Skeins doesn't follow rules when she's here.
And so she allows Dolly. That's pathetic. She's laying across Angela's lap with her head sitting on the table, just happy as can be.
Look at that smile.
But so yeah, there's the project, and then we got. I'm gonna try to finish rain catchments this weekend. I get a 3-day weekend.
Generator would be good. We lost power again today several times.
The nation has a holiday on Friday, so I get a 3-day weekend.
And then you get another 3-day weekend after that. Indigenous People Day.
Yeah, November 11th. Is it? Yeah.
Are you sure it's the 11th?
No, it's the 10th because
it's usually around my birthday weekend.
It's the day before.
Yeah,
Columbus Day.
My birthday weekend.
Oh, did I say November? I mean October.
No, I thought you said October. I don't know.
No.
It's how I'm sure that's how my mom and dad remembered it was my birthday, because it was always on Columbus Day weekend.
Such good parents. Grady, you have a wonderful night, man. You be safe. Go out and live a lifetime free tomorrow. Oh, let's see here. Skane says she saw the short today with you and your son.
Talking to Rosie?
Yeah. What she wants to know what y'all were up to, Rosie.
Who's the dog Grammy? No, we don't do dog Grammys around here. No, I have enough problems with my mom and dad. I don't need more problems from you.
We got a goat Grammy too. We got a goat we can't get rid of because of somebody has a.
My mom has tendency to come and name everything. Oh, the baby is so cute. That shall be Jasper.
You can't You can't get rid of him.
Don't eat Jasper.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for her, he would have been eaten a long time ago. Would have sold him to some Mexicans.
Did you sell Jasper? No, he's still here. And my dad just laughs because he knows we can't get rid of it.
KYG's got tomorrow off from work because of rain. So 5-day weekend so far because he took Friday. Don't you love it when that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Poor Misty, her birthday is always on the same weekend as Decadence Labor Day weekend.
That makes it hard for birthday parties, doesn't it?
Well, somebody was saying they were born on, who was it? His Eagle Lover. Born on a leap year.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she's very young.
Okay, so that's what's going on around here. We're just trying to get over being sick, trying to get through the allergies, dealing with the rain, and getting chickens killed and doing everything. So what's going on in the world?
Oh, that's how you get rid of her.
What, you start taking the
Spurs out of her.
Yeah. Oh, they're covered in burrs too because they crawl underneath the trailer, and I guess they're growing underneath there, and they come out covered with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find them in the bed and everything. No, he bricked his laptop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, excuse me. That's not good. Making the chocolate-covered bacon virgin batch. Oh, the Zach loves. No, that sounds so good. Oh, what's going on in the world? Craziness. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I'm better, Skeins. I'm still coughing though. Trying to get everything else up from down in here.
Ew, that didn't sound good.
It's better than it has been sounding.
She's been like my grandfather.
Gotta get it up.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on in the world? What have you've been watching a little bit of TV since you've been laid up?
TV, not news.
Oh, not news. Did you watch your shows?
What shows?
I don't know. Don't you have shows?
So, I guess. Been doing a lot of sleeping when I can. So, I'm not choking today. And then I start choking. Oh, I'm awake. Let me watch something. Oh, wait. Okay, I cleared something. And I can go back to sleep. Like, that's how my day goes. And so then I'm like, wait, I feel like I'm getting pneumonia. I should get up. Let me get up. I get up. I get halfway down the hall. And I'm like, oh, this is too much work. I need to get back into bed. Like, these are my days. So don't make fun. It just is what it is.
Oh, in all seriousness, you guys knew that September was National Preparedness Month, right? With everything that's going on in the world today, like this last week, it's really starting to pop off. You've got Zelensky in Congress lobbying for use of American missiles deep striking into Russia. We've got everything that's going on.
Oh, did you check into that? So NATO did strike Russia?
No, NATO did not strike.
Okay. Skeins, you gotta watch where you get your information, girl.
Oh, look, we said her name 3 times and she showed up.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Howdy, everyone. I've been working on my homestead. I got my shed home delivered.
Good.
Get it delivered October 11th.
Good.
Deal.
Good.
Yeah, DOJ. Yeah, that was something else. That was very interesting. If you guys don't know what Lynn's talking about, the DOJ released a letter that the guy who was going to attempt to assassinate Trump the second time wrote several months ago. It's almost as though he knew he was going to fail. And the guy with no money was offering a $150,000 bounty on Trump if he failed to kill him, to unalive him, or whatever they say on YouTube nowadays. So everybody's wondering why the Department of Justice released this.
Because they're trying to cover their own butts. That's why.
Well, the speculation is that it's part of the effort to demonize Trump so that maybe something else happens. That's the thought. That's the common theory. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know.
What sense does that? How is that going to make him look evil? How is that going to demonize Trump? because some butthead out there is
No, because people.
crazy. The first one was bought off by the CIA. We know that because some kid.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, the kid gave me a break. The
It's a theory.
kid was absolutely broke, 18 years old, and 3 offshore accounts with almost $1 million, $1.5 million.
It's theory.
Come on.
These facts point to a theory.
Okay.
That's it.
So anyway, and then now you've got this second guy. And then do we know was the second guy the one that was on the water tower the first time? We don't know that either. We still don't know who was in the water tower. And so, I just think there's a lot going on here. And I think that there's some government and a DOJ and different parts that is scared if Trump wins.
Yeah.
They know what's coming for him.
Yeah, KYG, last Saturday? Not this Saturday.
The Saturday
a week before this last Saturday. Some guy was waiting on the golf course down at Mar-a-Lago. President Trump was on an impromptu golfing trip, and this guy knew he was going to be there. He had a sportsterized SKS and a couple of body armor plates that he hung up on a fence, and the Secret Service saw him and engaged him, and he took off and got arrested, and it's been a mess. It's been a mess. They tried passing him off as a Republican, even though he donated to Act Blue 19 times, and he was recruiting. Actually, he was scamming people to get him to go to Ukraine to fight in the International Legion. Yeah, it was.
What? See, the guy's crazy.
No, the guy's a liberal. Okay.
Is there a difference?
All right, let's go back up here. Let's see here. Tambra wants to know, did we see where the Russians want to take Alaska back? Yeah, that's saber rattling. They don't have the power.
That'll never happen.
They don't have the power. Unless America ceases to exist and they're the only survivor, they don't have the power. Scanes went and watched the video. NATO has agreed that Ukraine can hit Russia further inland. Putin has said he will consider it war. Yes, Putin did say that if NATO Western supplied weapons were used for deep strike into Russia, that he would consider the NATO countries that donated them participants. And what that means, I don't know. What if the letter originated in the DOJ? From everything that I'm seeing, this guy wrote it. From everything they're saying.
From what they're saying, you just hook, line, and sinker.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense for the DOJ to fake something like that. That makes no sense. That's exactly what it is. It encourages another nutter to try to collect the money.
Yeah.
2 Nebraska senators blocked making Nebraska a winner-take-all state in the Electoral College. Omaha will be a blue dot.
Wow.
I'm torn on that. I'm really torn on that. So, on the one hand, yes, you want a small state or a state that doesn't have a lot of population, like Nebraska, to have their electoral votes matter by having them come as a block. But on the other hand, I could see places like California where if you split it up by the counties won, that would be a much better representation of the will of the people. Right? So I like I said,
it used to be that way. It's probably not that way anymore.
I'm torn. No.
And no, it's probably not that way.
Most of the counties in California.
They have spread so much Section 8 and other BS through there.
Most of the counties in California are very red. Very red.
I don't know.
So if you busted it up by county.
You think they still are?
Yes.
You've done research on that.
Yes.
So then how's Newsom in there?
Because they go by population and not by county. Let's see here. Yes, HG came in. HG was in here. I saw him. Let's see here. It's confirmed the the guy that was in charge of the COVID response has been removed from immediate leave and fired. Investigate. Yeah, if you guys missed that one, was it Crowder that did that or was it Veritas? but the guy that was in charge of the response in New York City, telling people that they had to be quarantined and locked up and stuff, he was having sex parties. They caught him on tape. The guy was talking about it on tape. He went on a Tinder date with an undercover reporter and was talking about how him and his people were having underground sex parties.
Who?
The guy that was in charge of the COVID response in was it New York State or New York City? I thought it was New York City because he knows Eric Adams, the mayor. Yeah, like I said, the world's getting crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Let's see here. Eagle Lover says her shed is custom built and they will insulate it for me.
Nice.
So it'll be move-in ready. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Did you get it done in 2x6? Please tell me you got it done in 2x6. Yeah. Yes, that's insane. Mm-hmm. Liberal does equal crazy. See, and that it didn't used to be the case. Rabbit's here.
Hey.
Rabbit's here. Okay, hide that comment.
What comment? Oh, the one you had it.
Yeah.
Grandma did what?
That's exactly what the problem is.
I can't read that. I'm like, my head's pounding.
No. KYG, Epstein 2.0 is Mr. Sean Puffy Combs getting arrested on federal trafficking charges.
That is no joke.
And before anybody gets excited, and all these people are going to get in trouble, and nobody but him and maybe his son are going to get in trouble. Honestly, the government's going to keep a hold of that. We're never going to know the truth, and they're going to. I think you're going to see a huge outpouring of artists and actors coming out supporting the regime. I think you're going to find a lot of people are suddenly highly motivated to support the Harris Waltz campaign.
It's a political year
for some unknown reason, and then because that was not about sex. The same thing with Epstein. It was not about sex. It was about power and money. Mm-hmm. That's what it was about. And that's what it's always about. They set these honey traps. There's pretty good evidence that Epstein was working for Mossad. That's the Israeli Secret Service, and some speculation that Combs was compromised and put to work by somebody. CC, pink waving hand. Diddy is Epstein, and he will die. You know what though, Len? He was arrested in Florida, and he was not handed over to the feds. DeSantis, as far as I knew as of yesterday, he was still under the protection of the state authorities and not the feds. If he gets in the hands of the feds, yeah, he's probably a dead man walking. But it for the sake of justice, he needs to be kept safe.
Who's that one? P. Diddy or the
Puffy Combs?
I'm
not going to call him PDD. That's such a stupid name.
I think let him go. But they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna use him as an example anyway. He's gonna be easier to get to if he's under civilian control than federal. Yeah,
HG. Sometimes, you know what though, we weren't promised it was going to be easy. Okay, let's back up a little bit. The shed is 2x4s on 16-inch center on the floor, walls, ceilings, steel bottom frame on a 16 center also.
Well, that's in Texas too, so different.
Yeah,
right. They don't have the weather that we.
Yeah, it doesn't get -30 there, so the insulation factor probably not as dire. Although it does get hot.
Because if she put what is that, R19, then that would be fine because that's a northern insulation, so that would be more than good if there was heat or cold down there. So,
Rabbit disagrees and says he thinks his days are numbered.
Mm-hmm.
Very possible. Very possible.
They have to set an example, and then they've got to keep him. Then they got to figure out a way to keep him quiet. And I don't know why they're just going after him, because I know for a fact there's several other artists that have done it in the past. Whether or not they're still doing it now, they definitely have done it in the past.
R17.
Yes, she'll be fine.
As long as it's got good ventilation.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Hey, Grateful Hearts. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's the craziness that's going on.
Oh,
you know,
sorry.
the SAFE Act did not make it through, which would have secured the border and beefed up voting security.
You're gonna want the 19 skeins for here.
Yeah, Skeins, you want yours built on
19 or better.
You want it built on 2x6 studs, and actually, I would.
She's gonna build it herself now.
Well, if you put the pink foam on it on the outside and the 7th, you can get it up to 21. That's what the better.
Well, that's what I'm saying, or better.
Put a vapor barrier in there, like
like what we're doing in the
yeah
in the metal portion of the house.
Oh, what do we got here? Told everyone long ago that Johnson was a rhino. Yeah, this is true. He's talking about Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Putin will consider a strike act. Yep, act of NATO, because U.S. NATO will have to be the ones to direct the missile strikes. Ukraine is incapable of using those missiles by themselves. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the craziness of international politics. Everybody knows that the Ukrainians are not running that war. They allowed them to decide and run their own counterattack last year, or last summer. It was the beginning of summer. Did not end well for them, and the West is demanding more compliance.
Mm-hmm. Homestead Twins, are you going to be at SRF? Is Corn Pop going to be there this time?
I don't know. Corn Pop, you still here? You gonna try to make it to
come get one of mine and Curie's special treats.
Gypsy. Somebody didn't make it.
What are you talking about?
Saturday.
Everybody's busy.
Yes, everybody was extremely busy.
At this point, it's make it when you can and do all that. We all got stuff going on.
Well, you know what, Starla, I was hoping. I was hoping that maybe they grew a backbone and they did it. You know, we always hope. Who is making money in that war? Those are the people really running it. Oh yeah, and this is so. You guys, this is the world we live in. The left is applauding the Cheneys. Dick Cheney is now a darling of the left. The war hawk himself and his daughter, and Bush and Romney and somebody else, Ron Paul, one of them, Paul Ryan. That's it. I knew there was a Paul in there someplace. They all came out and said they were going to vote for Harris, which really irritates the heck out of me, because I supported the Bush twice. I voted for Romney. They didn't change their spots. They're the same people they were when they were in office and as president and stuff. And now their true colors are coming out, and we know exactly whose side they're on. The Democrat Party is the party of the warmongers, and that's who's supporting them. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. You know, and quite frankly, if a war breaks out, I'm not sure I can support it. I want to stand behind the flag and do this, but I'm not sure supporting U.S. troops being in Ukraine is supporting the U.S. flag. It's and not. Quite frankly, if a war does pop off, somebody was talking about it today. In fact, they made the comment. Iranian officers running Hezbollah Hezbollah soldiers here in the United States from big cities, Chinese operatives running Chinese soldiers dressing up like locals. We're going to see it, folks. This is why I started talking about Preparedness Month. And this is what we need to start preparing on. And I hate to be blackpilling. I hate to be like this, but this is the reality of the world we live in. Our oceans used to protect us, and our borders used to protect us, and they don't anymore because of the policies and activities of our government. All right? Even before, even as late as 2020, 2021, or I'm sorry, 2000, 2001, there were multiple Iranian or Hezbollah cells in the United States. There's only more. There's a reason why a majority of the people that are coming across the border are military-aged men.
Nobody's blaming our troops, Tiger. Or is that Gypsy? Nobody's Gypsy 19. Nobody's blaming our troops. No, it's the government.
I'm not blaming the troops. In fact,
look, the troops have to do what they're told. But it's our government, and it's an election year, and they're going to do everything they can to get that.
But I can't.
Camel toe Harrison. Office.
I can't. At this point in time, I can't say that I'm going to support a war if we get involved in a war in Ukraine or Europe.
I wouldn't support it.
You know, lost my train of thought.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't expect. I don't know what got crossed somewhere. Did somebody say something in here?
No, I said I can't support troops being in Ukraine.
Oh, so you totally missed that. Well, I mean, but you're not taking it out on the troops. You're just not supporting the fact that they're sending troops there.
You know what? I could never understand the anti-war sentiment during the Vietnam War, but I understand it now. I don't agree with the reasons why they were giving.
I'm sorry. I'm so in and out. I probably should just let you wrap this up, honestly.
Oh. Rabbit says he won't support it. His son has told him he's going to be he's going in the army while he was in. He got out at the beginning of 2023, said nothing in the training anymore is going to make a soldier. I've heard that from multiple people.
Oh, here, guys. So, real quick, Rosie Sweet Treats, if you go over there, Rosie is now taking orders for Christmas cookie cutouts, peanut butter, pecan bar. She can do payments through Cash App. All cookies are by the dozen and $35, which includes shipping and price. So.
And she makes some good stuff.
Yeah, Rosie, you'll have to pop in your information for contact. My head's not there, so sorry, girl, but you'll have to do that.
Let's see here. Tamara, that's not true. That's not true. There are people that want war. And
there's a lot of people that want war.
Unfortunately, it's the people that are running the country by and large and big corporations that make lots of money off it.
Well, it's a lot of people that are running our economy directly down the drain.
Well, and BlackRock is the new Halliburton, and BlackRock has tentative contracts on going into Ukraine and rebuilding the infrastructure once the war's over. So the more damage done to the infrastructure, the more money they make. And it's just so Lynn up top said read the monster from Creature from Jekyll Island. The other one, Dan Daly, the two-time Medal of Honor winner back in the early 1900s. He wrote a book called War is a Racket. There's another one you ought to read because it talks about the banana wars down in the Caribbean during the 20s. And so I'd look into that. Nothing's changed. Same type of people are doing it.
Can you give her a wrench so she can put all her stuff in there so I don't have to worry with it?
Hang on a second, guys. I'm having to do something. Where is it? View my channel. We're trying to get Rosie's information in here so that you guys. We're trying to get Rosie's.
And that way she can just come in and do it each time. And Because guys, like when I'm beat up like this and that kind of thing, I don't have the energy to mess with it and all of that. And it's not that I don't love you, all I do. I just have, like, my brain is in a fog.
Where is Rosie?
Is she all the way up at the top?
Rosie, type something in so I can give you a wrench. I don't want to go searching. I don't want to go searching for it.
Like, because she's got a whole QR code and all this other stuff. And I don't know how to get that in there. Like, retarded that way.
And I'm sorry that I got negative there. Yeah, the satanic leaders want war.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
That's how they make money.
I don't care how you feel about religion. I think Gypsy's 100% correct. I think that what's going on in this country is demonic, and it's there's something beyond worldly. It's something in the world that's pushing it. This is one of the things I say it all the time. I'm not the best Christian. I try to be, but I don't do a good job at it all the time. But you guys need to get right. Whether it's with God or whoever your higher power is, you need to get right with them, because it's going to become an exponentially harder place to live. Anything to cloud an election year. Well, you heard they just had another avian flu person-to-person transmission, didn't you? Yep, they were reporting it this morning.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go to the doctor.
Why are troops deploying to the Middle East without Congress declaring war? You know what though? We have not had a declared war since World War II. Yeah, World War II. We haven't declared war against anybody in World War II, and it shows. This is what we get. It's just history repeating itself. You know what? I'm not sure it repeats itself, but it sure rhymes a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, war is a racket right there. Right there.
Ask anybody that's been in Vietnam. They'll tell you war's a racket.
Well, that's why I spent time in the Gulf.
Right, that was a racket too.
I wasn't there. I've come to realize that
all about oil.
I was not in the Persian Gulf to save freedom or protect American freedoms. That is moderator. Okay, Rosie, you can put your contact information in there so everybody can contact you and get some Christmas and Thanksgiving goodies. And folks, you guys, if you haven't tried her stuff, I highly recommend it. She does some really good stuff. She makes Gatorade pork rinds. Gatorade pork rinds. Or electrolyte pork rinds. It's not Gatorade, it's electrolytes. But they're actually really darn good. Yeah, Lynn was there. Got volunteered. Did you volunteer or were you voluntold? I tried volunteering from Camp Lejeune and they wouldn't send me. So I spent a majority of the Gulf War in Camp Lejeune processing people to go over to the sandbox. I did catch the tail end of it though when I was on sea duty. But again, I spent my entire time floating around the Persian Gulf. You know what? A lot of us did. And Len, you tell me if you agree with this. I think that's the thing that hurts the most is that we honestly believed what we were told as far as motivations and that we were the good guys. And time goes by and you find out that we aren't the good guys. We haven't been the good guys for a very long time. And I don't know about you, but I really feel like my government lied to me. I'm not going to blame the Marine Corps for it. I know a lot of people would, but I'm not going to blame the Marine Corps. I was there because I wanted to be there, and the Marine Corps made me who I am. And Lynn's time was mostly in a warehouse in El Jubail. Yeah, he agrees. He agrees. And quite honestly, folks, that's the reason why I got out of the Marine Corps, because it started. There was something nagging. There was something nagging at me, and it wasn't until 15 years later that I understood what it was.
You all got out about the same time too.
Yeah, Lynn
really
got out
weird.
Lynn got out about 6 months before I did. But you know, I think I still remember. I can tell you the exact time. Well, not the exact time and date, but I know when the crack started. When I started understanding something was wrong, because we were in Washington D.C. whenever Rwanda was taking place, and anybody that's not old enough to remember, 800,000 Hutus were killed by the Tutsis? Or anyway, it was an ethnic war, and they butchered 800,000 people, mostly with machetes. And our State Department, our Secretary of State, God, what was her name? The real ugly, old ugly woman under Clinton.
Can you remember?
She got up there in front of the world and refused to use the word genocide. And they would not use the word genocide, because if they used the word genocide, they would have to get involved. Albright, yeah, Madeleine Albright. See, he knew. Old ugly woman, Secretary of State, boom. Exactly. Knew exactly who it was. But they would have to get involved. Hey, Em, they would have to get involved if they used the word genocide, so they didn't. And no telling how many people had the United States put boots on the ground, how many people would have been saved, you know?
Look at Somalia. That was a mess.
Well, but it wasn't. Oh, okay. Somalia. I was involved in the Somalia operation.
That was a hot mess.
When we went in there. So the point of reference everybody has is Black Hawk Down. So that happened in October 13th, I think. But that happened in October. We were there for the invasion. When we went aground, and that was in January.
That was no invasion.
Well, it was an invasion.
It
was a peacekeeping operation. But
it was supposed to be top secret. That wasn't.
But when we went in there, we were actually doing something. We stopped the fighting for the most part. We got humanitarian aid. The problem came after the initial phase, when our government lost its nerve and stopped doing what they should have been doing. All those warlords, instead of capturing them and trying to play patty cake with them like they were with the Delta guys and the Rangers, they should have just killed them. Because that's what the Marine Corps were doing. They were not shooting at Marines when we were there, because they shot at them once and we smoked a bunch of them. In fact, the guy that was in the bunk underneath me was a photo interpreter, and he brought photos down and he showed us the bombs. He showed us the bomb damage assessment stuff, and we got to see the stuff that they were blowing up and putting people in place.
And it stank. You guys paid for what you did, though. It literally smelled like a dumpster.
I had a conversation with Pam. Was one of our fellow Marines at the time. She almost vomited. Yeah, it'll do it. It'll do it to you. Are we going to have a tunic war here?
Yeah.
What's a tunic war?
The immigrants are coming in the Muslim coast.
Let's see here.
I think he was trying to say it nicely.
Congress passed what's the AUMF?
For invasion of Afghanistan.
No, it wasn't. We did not declare war on Afghanistan. No, they passed a resolution allowing it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. Because if they declare war that changes the dynamics of what happens here in the United States. It puts us on a war footing, and we start behaving like we want to win. If they don't do that, then they don't have to go into it to win. They can go in and do exactly like they did in Afghanistan and Iraq. And now we've got missiles being fired out of Iraq into Israel.
Thought that was going to taste good, and it's not sitting so well. But it was
Authorized use to military force. Okay. I'm a little slow, guys. I'm tired. But, all right, listen, we've been at this. It is 8 o'clock. I do need to get out there. I've been going out there every night the past 2 weeks, sitting in the dark with those stupid animals so they could get grazing time. So we need to get them out. I'm sorry. Fancy and Frey are over there by the door biting each other. Dorks. But I need to get out there. You need to get some rest.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else you want to say? Any last comments you want to make before we close this up? I appreciate you guys showing up. Remember, we talk about all this stuff. We talk about the negative. We talk about the trials and tribulations we're going through. Oh, Punic War. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. But we talk about...
I just figured Gregory kind of became a bigot there for a minute and was trying to be nice about it. I wasn't sure.
No, we don't have... We haven't had any... Oh, Lynn, that sounds bad.
What do you say?
Alone time with the animals.
Oh.
Or I'm not in Afghanistan. No, we don't have... In fact, knock on wood, we haven't had any problems recently. But we talk about all this stuff and we discuss it, but there's always a way to insulate ourselves. And we insulate ourselves by working on the 3 pillars of homesteading. 3 pillars of modern homesteading are community, food independence, and modern self-reliance. These are the things that will allow us to weather what's coming our way better than we would otherwise. The good news is through all this is we still got time and we still got the ability to improve our situation. How much time we've got, I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to understand when something's going to pop off. I just know eventually it will, because it's bound to happen. You know, the trajectory is that way.
Yeah.
Independent Mini.
Thanks, KY. Good night. No, I will. I'm getting better. So I'm a tough cookie. Just this one wore me out.
Glad you got the veggie bed for the kids.
Yeah. We'll get that over to Jess. The last set of pots and pans. Well, the set of pots and pans came in for the sun oven today. So now we actually have everything that was ordered, except for, I think they were going to send, some people are going to send seeds. I haven't got those yet, but I also haven't been to the post office either to look. So I'll go up there and do that, and we'll see. But everything's here, so I'll get that over to her.
And that's a good point we need to make too, that we worry about ourselves. We need to be worrying about the kids, the younger generation, because we're all going to pass, and we're all going to go by the wayside. They're the ones that are going to have to pick up the mantle. They're the ones that need to understand why we're doing what we're doing, and they need to see the value in it, and they need to be able to do what we do and make it better.
Yeah, because the days are getting shorter, Gregory. We feel that here too.
Yep. All right, guys. Listen, appreciate you coming. Again, if you want to help support the channel, go to the affiliate links down below. Go get some Without Rule Law cards and do a video so you can get a community guideline warning too. Get your orders in from Food Forest Nursery right now so that they'll ship in the spring, and so you've got...
Yeah, orders are piling in, so make sure you get your orders in. So if you're thinking about it for spring planting, get those orders in. And like the fig trees that we got this spring, that he sent this spring, we got figs off of them this year. So I am not disappointed in his product one bit.
I'm not gonna lie, out of all the
trees that we've ordered, these are the best.
Yeah, the the trees that we got from Food Forest Nursery have been the hardiest. There's Rosie's Cash App information for payout for cookies. You guys need to try them seriously.
Where can they order though, Rosie? Come on, there's got to be something.
Oh, Lynn said, food for thought. When the dollar's worthless, your property is at risk because of property taxes.
Was it what?
Well, hopefully, when we reach that point, the government's not going to be able to collect taxes.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's pretty bad. I was telling somebody this weekend, it's pretty bad when my retirement plan is the end of the world. $35 orders by the dozen cost $35.
And I think she means includes shipping and handling.
Yep. All right, guys, listen. Go out tomorrow and
Be at least 1%. Be at least 1% better tomorrow than you were today.
go out and pursue a life done for you guys.